Okay, so just some ponderings on custom entry animations. Just been working on an idea because what I want to achieve in some cases is to animate what's inside a widget container, not the widget container itself. To show you what I mean is a very basic example. Here's a widget container which I've outlined in red. And then if I actually bring up Chrome Tools, we'll have a look at what I've got there. So my Elementor widget is, or the element is this div here. When I apply the entrance animations to this widget, the classes are applied to the element. So I've got elements animated slow, and I've got my clip reveal from bottom, which is my custom animation, which we're going to talk about, and also this animated class here. In this particular case, what I actually want to do is I want to have this widget container clip while the contents within it scroll so that I get a clipping effect. So if I refresh here, I'll show you what I mean. So that starts with not being visible at the bottom and it animates in. So that's the effect I want. Now, the problem I've got is that with the animated slow, animated, and animated fast classes, they're applied to this top element here. So if I look over here, see I've got animated there. I'll be being overridden by animated slow somewhere here. So that animation timing is on this parent container, not on the child container, which is the one I want to animate. So what I'm finding is that if I add a custom animation, the timing effects don't work. So if I look over here at my advanced, where are we, motion effects, these animation effects, these animation duration effects do not work because the animation classes are actually on the parent, not on the child, which is what I want to animate. So demonstrating this, I've got this external widget, and because of the way it applies the borders, I've actually used some custom CSS. So I've made the border of that 1 pixel with solid red. If I use the selector keyword, it'll actually put the border on the widget container, which is the part I want to animate. So then I've actually targeted my H2 element here, and I've set that to a solid blue. And so I can separate the two. I've added some padding container so I can see the separation between the widget container and the H2. So what I've worked out in here, in the site settings custom CSS, what I have to do is define variables to match the Elementor animation speeds or animation durations. So I've just defined these 3 variables here. And what I have to do in the animation is I take the animated slow or the animated fast, which is added to the parent container, with my animation class. I then target the widget container, which is in this case is the heading container, and I set the animation duration to these variables which match the Elementor duration. So by having them as variables, if I have multiple of these custom animations and I want to animate what's inside the widget, not the widget itself, I can use that. So in this particular case, what I'm doing is I'm taking the actual widget. So we have a look here. I take the widget itself. So the element data type is a widget. I'm adding my WPE clip reveal from bottom. I want that to have a clip of box inset box 0000. So the entire box is a clipping path. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to target the container which is inside that. So that's the clipping path. Container is there. and I'm going to animate the Y of 100% height through to 0 over whichever the timing function is that's been selected up here. So the animated, which is normal, animated slow, or animated fast. So this works now, and if I just demonstrate that quickly, there. Back to my animation here, advanced motion effects, and if I change my speed of the duration, so there's normal, slow, fast. So that works now because of those extra classes that I've created for this animation. Now, I've got a full video which I've created on how to create these, but simply under our code snippets, we've got a function here which adds my animation class and adds the clip reveal from bottom to the drop down here. So under my animations, I've got the clip reveal bottom, and then over in the custom CSS over here, I've got my classes match this. So those classes are added to the widget element when it comes into view, which then applies this animation. So I'm going to take off all these borders and whatnot so you can see what effect I was actually going for here. Go back into here, custom CSS, go to my borders, and update that. See here, if I do a Control F5, that's the effect that I was going for. So I get the reveal from bottom because the container around this has got a clipping path, which is the full container, and then I'm animating the inner container by Y of 100% down, and then over the animation duration that comes in. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. A little bit advanced for some users, but others might get value out of this. So hopefully that helps. Thank you.